Starting with the great name of Allah, who is the most merciful and almighty. Hello guys, and welcome back to English with Badshah. I had given many of the videos regarding phonology and regarding job interview skills and regarding listening and speaking practice as well. Then many of my students told me that to start the grammar as far as tenses are concerned, so they said that they demanded about the grammar, to start the grammar. So today we are going to start about the tenses. Do remember that the word tense has been taken from the Latin word tempus, that means time, and time may be present, past or future. So tenses are mainly divided into three types: present, past and future. Okay, do remember that each and every tense has further four tenses: present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. Like this: past indefinite tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. Then we have number third is future tense, and that's also having four types: future indefinite tense, future perfect continuous tense, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. Now come towards the present tense. So first we will start present tense, and in present we are having four types. Number first, we will start present indefinite tense. Do remember that I have made formulas of each and every tense. Present indefinite tense, the formula of the present indefinite tense starts from subject. First there will be subject, and then first plus first form of the verb plus s or es or ies, then plus object. Okay, remember that subject is a word that does the work in a sentence. Okay, like as far as subject noun and pronouns are concerned, we can use at the very beginning of the sentence, and that actually does the work in the sentence. That's why we use that as a subject. So subject plus, first we will put the subject in the very beginning of the sentence in the present indefinite tense, in the each and every tense, then plus first form of the verb in the present indefinite tense, plus s, es or ies, plus object. Do remember that when a sentence starts with he, she, it or singular name, then we will put s, es or ies spontaneously with the first form of the verb. Now keep in your mind that where we will use s, where we will use es, and with the verb we will use ies. So remember that when a first form of the verb ends with o, for example go, then we will add es. But the condition will be this, that the sentence must have started from subject, he, she, it or singular name. Okay, for example, if I say he goes to school, so go, after go we add es because it ends with o. This is the formula, and these are the rules and regulations you should have to keep in your mind, that when a first form of verb ends with o, then we will put es with the first form of that verb, which is go, or any other word that is ending with o. Then remember that when a first form of the verb ends with y, and before y there is any of the vowel alphabet, for example play, play is ending with y, and before y there is vowel, then we will add only s after that verb that ends with y and before y there is vowel letter. Okay, now remember that when a first form of the verb ends with y and before y there is consonant, any of the letter. For example, if I say carry, so carry ends with y and before y there is r, which is consonant letter. So then y will change into ies. Okay, now these are the rules and regulations. Now there are further as well. keep in your mind, when a first form of verb ends with ch, then we will also use es. But the condition will be this, that the sentence must have started with he, she, it, or singular name. Do you understand? Now, if a sentence ends with if a first form of the verb ends with sh, then what we will use? Then we will also use es with the first form of the verb, but the condition will be that, the same one. Okay? And without, if a first form of the verb ends without o, y, before y there is vowel or consonant, and ch and sh. Without these 5 points, if a first form of the verb ends, then we will add only s. For example, read. Read ends with d, with the t sound and with the t letter. So we will use only s. Okay? These were the rules and regulations for the present indefinite tense. And keep in your mind and do remember the formula as well. Wherever you are sitting and you are trying to make the present indefinite tense, so remember the formula and then you won't be having any mistake. Okay? I hope. I'm sure. Okay? And the formula is, once again, I'm revising to you. I'm reminding to you as well that the formula is subject plus first form of the verb plus s, es or ies plus object. Now I'm going to make some examples. For example, from I, we, you, they. If a sentence starts with these kind of subjects, or if a sentence starts with plural noun, then we will not use any s, es or ies. Then there will be only the formula subject plus first form of the verb plus object. Do you understand? Now come towards the examples. For example, I play cricket. Now there is only subject plus first form of the verb plus object, because the sentence started with I. And the rules are these, that if a sentence starts with I, we, you, they, then we will not put any s, es or ies. Okay? So I play cricket. She eats tomatoes. Now she eats. Eat, the first form of the verb eat, ends with t. T sound and t letter. Then we will put only s. I had told you, without o, y, and without sh and without ch. If a first form of the verb ends without these 4 and 5 words, the conditions, then we will put only only s with the first form of the verb. But the condition will be that, the same one, that the sentence must have started with he or she or it or singular name. Okay? So, she eats tomatoes. He goes to school. They recite the Holy Quran. We speak English. Ahmed comes home. Ahmed and Aslam offer the prayer. Sorry, this is actually, these are plural nouns. So we will put only subject plus, like plural nouns, plus first form of the verb plus object. Okay? Okay guys, that was the unit about present indefinite tense. Keep in your mind that in present indefinite tense we are having the helping verbs do and does. Okay? When we use question, so we will put the do and does at the very beginning of the sentence, and then plus we will put subject. Like for example, do I, then first form of the verb, play, then object. There will be no any s, es or ies. Okay? If a sentence is starting with he, she, it or singular name, then do will become does already. We will use at the very beginning of the sentence in the question. Then there will be no any s, es or ies in the question with the first form of the verb. Remember this. For example, she plays cricket. Now, my question, does she play cricket? And there will be only first form of the verb in the question, no any s, es or ies. Okay? The answer, for example, you gave the answer because of the because for the practice, in order to make your tongue habitual of speaking English. So Do remember that you must practice on each and every tense, and for the practice I'm giving you two kinds of sentences, two kinds of questions, and those will help you to practice. And these are yes, no and WH questions. Yes, no question is actually informational question that gives information to you or to someone else. For example, if I tell you, are you from America? Or do you play cricket? So I'm getting information from you. Then you will say no, or you will say yes. That's why this question is also called yes or no question. The answer will be only in yes or no. Do you understand? So do you remember that you can make much more questions in order to practice much more? And you have already learned that practice makes perfect, not makes a man perfect. Okay, a woman as well. So we can say practice makes perfect. Now you can make more examples as well and more questions as well. In order to practice, you can practice with your friend, with your companion, and if even you aren't having any companion, any friend, then you can stand in front of the mirror. I myself, since in 2009 when I was learning English, I was standing in front of the mirror and was trying to speak with myself. I was standing and I was asking questions to myself and I was giving answers to myself as well. So you can make your friend for yourself. Okay? Do remember that practice much more. So the more you practice, the more you will be having habits to speak English. Like, consider yourself that the circumstances around you is English. The people around you are totally English, not any other people. Then when you make your mind and your heart consider it that you are English, the circumstances, the environment around you is in English, then English will come automatically into your behavior. It will acquire, it will not learn. Okay? So when English is acquired by you, then everything will be easy peasy lemon squeezy. So practice much more. Do remember. Okay? You can make questions like this. Do I play cricket? No, you don't. What do I do? You sit in the chair. Okay? Does she go to school? No, she doesn't. What does she do? She recites the Holy Quran, or she goes to market. Does he play cricket? No, he doesn't. What does he do? He watches the movie. Do you understand? Practice much more. That was the unit about present indefinite tense. I hope that you will learn something and practice much more in order to make yourself practical, not theoretical. Okay? I believe in you and you should have to believe in yourselves. Thank you very much for watching this video. You will be having next video the next day. I'll see you very soon. But remember that don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't forget to share it. Thank you very much. If you are having any question, you can write in the comments below. I will give you spontaneous answer. Thank you very much. Until tomorrow.